Hi friends, welcome to the floor of my room and shelves that you don't actually see very often, which are my middle grade shelves. And the reason we're sitting on the floor showing these off today, along with an absolutely massive stack of books, is because I am participating yet again in MiddleGrade March. So for those of you guys that don't know, MiddleGrade March is a month-long readathon hosted by lovely women here on YouTube, the Curly Reader, and insert name here, I'm apologizing for missing that out, but it is, like I said, a month-long readathon in which you read middle grade. So I have quite a lot of middle grade books that I've collected over the years in thrift stores and things like that, just books that speak to my soul or books that I read as a child. And yeah, have amassed quite a very large collection. Like I said in last year's video, if you guys have seen that. If you haven't, I will try and link it down below for you guys. But I attempted in MiddleGrade March to read 50 books. I can't quite remember what we rounded it out to. I will again insert here once I figure that out, but we read a lot. We read a lot of books. So we are back, like I said, yet again to go through my TBR for the month of March. I typically don't try and do TBR videos just because I kind of am very much of a mood reader, but for March I like to get a very large stack that I can pick through and comb through and attack with all vigor. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the almost 50 or 50 plus, actually 50 plus books I have seated next to me. Starting with the one that fell over when I was trying to do the thumbnail for this video, is Eager by Helen Fox. This is a book that I read when I was, I think, in middle school or elementary school, about a little robot. I have not read it, I think, since elementary or middle school, and so I'm very excited to pick it up. Also, for most of these, because there's so many of them, I'm going to try and speed through very quickly a very high-level synopsis of what these are about, just so we're not here for 3 hours. You know what I mean? I'm looking out for you. Okay, next, another, again, historical type of read for me, of one that I read when I was much younger, is The Birch Bark House by Louise, Erdrich, and The Game of Silence. I haven't actually read The Game of Silence, which is the sequel to the Birch Bark House, but I have very, very vivid memories of this as a child. I just remember this being a book that was really impactful for me. It's about a little girl named Little Frog and just her life, and people come and her family gets sick, and that's kind of all that I remember. And she has a friend who's a crow. That's literally all I remember from this. So there you go. Next, okay. So one of my goals for this year, if it isn't out yet, I will be attempting to do a video on very shortly, is series that I want to read or authors that I want to read, all of the books that I have of theirs currently. And one of them is Jacqueline Wilson. Now, I read quite a few Jacqueline Wilson books when I did my March readathon last year. However, I have amassed quite a few of her books, none of which of these I've actually read before, but I really loved her books in middle school and elementary school when I read them before. So I'm actually really kind of excited to see how I feel about these ones. So going through these really quickly, and I don't actually know what any of these are about, so I'm just going to kind of flash them up for you guys. We have Clean Break, Midnight, The Suitcase Kid, My Sister Jody, The Bed and Breakfast Star, Cookie, The Illustrated Mum, and Secrets. And for those of you guys that don't know, Jacqueline Wilson is a UK author, so all of her books, from what I've seen so far, take place in the UK, which I really, really love. So yeah, these should be really cute. I'm really excited to read these. Some of them are kind of thick, but because they're middle grade and some of them, or most of them, have illustrations of some kind in them, I think I'll be able to get through them pretty quickly. Okay. Oh gosh. Next, we have some more recent releases of middle grade books that I've picked up, again, kind of within the last couple of years and want to get to. The first is Hurricane Season by Nicole Melby, and I'll be honest, this was a pure and complete cover buy, but it does have really amazing ratings on Goodreads, so I'm excited about that. But this is like the most beautiful picture book, or no, not picture book, book cover that I think I've ever seen, and it's stunning to me. So excited about that. Next, we have Tune It Out by Jamie Sumner, which is the author of Roll With It, if you guys have read that before. This, I think, is about a girl who wants to be a singer. Yeah, a girl that's a singer, and yeah, but doesn't, I think, like crowds. So again, I know very little about most of these, so really want to read this one. It looks super cute. Next, we have Caterpillar Summer by Jillian Mcdonne. Again, another newer release from what I remember. I think this one came out within the last couple years. Let's see. 2019, yeah, so very new release. And I think this is about two siblings, yeah, where they're gonna go stay with their grandparents at Gingerbread Island, which sounds really cute. So I think it's just like a summer, two siblings. I think it'll be super cute, and it looks adorable. The next one I have is one that I'm very intrigued by, and this one is The Circus of Stolen Dreams by Lorelei Salvarin. Again, beautiful cover. And this one again is about a girl whose brother disappears, and then she discovers a magical dream world called Reverie in the woods near her home, and she jumps at the chance to escape her pain and go inside. But the cost of admission is high. Andrea must give up a memory in order to enter, and she knows exactly which memory she'll choose. Dun dun dun. Okay, couple more newer releases that I have. This one is What Stars Are Made Of by Sarah Allen, which again, just the newer releases for middle grade are just great. So this is about a girl named Libby who's great at science. She's not great at piano, and she was born with Turner syndrome. So this one, she is wanting to enter a contest about Cecilia Payne, the first person to discover what stars were made out of. If she wins the grand prize and gives all that money to Noni's family, her sister, then the baby will be perfect and healthy. That sounds really cute. I love that, like, obviously middle grade focus more on sibling dynamic relationships, which I feel like a lot of older books tend to not really do. They tend to more focus on the more romantic side of things, so I really enjoy that aspect of books like this. Okay, another one by Sandy Stark McGinnis. This is The Space Between Lost and Found, and again, with the beautiful covers. This is about Cassie, who, let's see, her mom starts to lose her memories, and she even forgets Cassie's name. So she decides to take action and, let's see, I think just, yeah, help her mom with reminding her of the memories that they share, which I think will be really sweet and really cute. The one thing I will say with these newer middle grade is they tug at the freaking heartstrings. My goodness. So I'm prepared to be hurt and sad, and it's gonna be great. Okay, next we have a book by Liesl Sterniff, and it's called Grump, the fairly true tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which this illustrated cover just speaks to my soul. I have Rump, I think, or I have one of the other. Oh no, I have Jack. So she does like fairy tale retellings, and I have Jack, which I might try to get to as well by her. But yeah, just these illustrations are so cute. But this is the story from Grump the Dwarf, which just sounds adorable. Okay, another one I have is by Sarah Penpacker, and this is called Pax, and this is the story of Pax and Peter, who have been inseparable, and Pax is a fox, and he makes Peter's father enlist in the military and makes him return the fox to the world, to the wild. So I think it's like a bonding story between a boy and his pet fox, which just sounds so cute and adorable. And yeah, I love the illustrations on this. I don't know if it's in, oh no, okay, it's not in like prose or anything like that, but ooh, it does have really cute illustrations. Very pretty. Okay, doing some more, going back to more historical books that I think most people know from the middle grade space, I'm going to plan on reading the Boxcar Children, the couple of books that I have in this series, obviously being, of course, the first, the Boxcar Children, Surprise Island, which is book number 2, and The Candy Factory Mystery, which is special number 18, which actually is the one I remember reading the most as a kid. So I'm actually really excited when I found this. It was like a scavenger hunt. But yeah, this one I just remember being really cute. So yeah, and these are all by Gertrude Chandler Warner. Okay, another couple books in a series that I read as a kid is The Doll Hospital. These are about historical fiction retellings of these girls, I think, that live with their grandma, if I remember correctly, and then the stories of the dolls that she has. So I have Tatiana Comes to America, an Ellis Island story, Goldie's Fortune, the story of the Great Depression, and Glory's Freedom, the story of the Underground Railroad, which I think is super cute. And these are all by Joan Holub. Okay, we're plugging through. Another quick rapid through of ones that I read, I think, for school or in middle school or even elementary school. We have Freak the Mighty by Rodman Philbrick. I remember this being incredibly sad, so I'm not really wanting to remember anything about this before going in, but I remember there's kind of a crazy plot twist or something that happens with this, so I'm prepared to be hurt by this a lot. Next, we have a classic, which is Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret by Judy Blume. Everyone knows this book if you've ever read a middle grade book in your life, and I'm really excited to revisit this because, again, this is one of those books I have very vivid memories of reading and think I'm going to really enjoy it. All right, next, again, probably one of the most classic, we have Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. I actually don't think I've ever read this before. Again, I think this is one that's gonna make me sad. I think something happens with the dogs. I don't want to know, but I'm prepared to be hurt by it, so. Okay, next, two kind of random ones. We have The Owl in the Shower by Jean Craighead George. Don't really remember anything about this, but I saw it at a thrift store and it tapped into some very young memory of me reading this as a child. I remember nothing about it. And the other one I have is Freaky Friday by Mary Rogers. Again, tapped in weird memory from elementary school probably of reading these books, but yeah, I think they'll be fun, super, super quick reads that I can do in a sitting, and I'm excited. All right, and the last set of books, or no, second to last set of books that I'm going to show you guys is, again, two books that I read very long time ago, and that is the Gymnast series by Elizabeth Levy. I read these, again, I think in elementary school, about a group of girls that go through gymnast class. I just remember really enjoying them. I think these are from like the 80s, I think. Like, they're old books, like really old. Yeah, 1988. So, you know, it's probably gonna be a bit dated, but I think I'll still enjoy them. Okay, and the last set of books to show you guys is a series of books that I read in elementary school that was very, I won't say influential to my upbringing, but just ones that I have a lot of fond memories of, and that is the Alex series by Nancy Simpson Levine. And these are Christian-based books about a girl named Alex that all have to do with a type of food. So going through them real quick, there's Crocodile Meatloaf, Mint Cookie Miracles, Shoelaces and Brussels Sprouts, Grapefruit Basket Upset, Cherry Cola Champions, T-Bone Trouble, Peach Pit Popularity, I can't talk, French Fry Forgiveness, Hot Chocolate Friendship, and Apple Turnover Treasure. So a couple of these are ones that I definitely remember reading as a kid, but these again are more just life lesson kind of books that are more spiritually based. I loved reading them when I was a kid. I always thought they were really cute and fun, so I'll be interested to read them again almost 20 years later and see how I like them. But these are, yeah, the last ones that I have to show you guys. All right, so that is everything, sort of, most of, I think, that I'm going to try and get to in the month of March for Middle Grade March. I am so excited to participate this year. I think it's going to be so much fun. I know there are some challenges that the girls put out for Middle Grade March this year that I will also link down below for you guys. I might be doing reading vlogs for these. I'm not sure. I'm gonna kind of see. Let me know down in the comments below if that's something you guys are interested in seeing. If not, I will probably do an individual wrap-up for March just because it's going to be a lot of books to cover in my quarterly wrap-ups, which you guys know that I do. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to see more of my face. Let me know what books you are excited for reading in the month of March, and if you're participating in Middle Grade March, I will be excited to join it with you guys. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!